let's go ahead and let's start this off. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my music. Let's begin. All right. So NetSeas, netseas.org. We got right now, this is my video review of Art of Writing Season 9. All right. This is the playoffs, y'all. Let's get going. All right. I got one more vote I got to go, and this one is for, here we go. Playoffs, round one, NetSeas. Check it. You know who this is? It's me. That's right. Don't question it. So here we go. We got Mr. J versus Adverse. All right, all right. Hey, I am excited about this one, to tell you the truth. So let's see what this is all about. Let's go straight to what the topic is. We got someone going ahead. Interesting. Oh, see, this is the part that I noticed immediately. It's wearing this yellowish long tailcoat jacket, trench coat, whatever, just one of these women coats, and pages. It's like the fabric of this person is breaking apart. It's becoming, is it pages? Is it ribbons? Over here it looks like pages. Over here it looks even longer than a page, maybe a very long page. And it's pieces of this person, but it's their clothing. So keep that in mind. That is being thrown into, I'm guessing, the water. They're at the dock. There's mountains in the area. This woman, in her face, we really can't tell her emotions. We can see that it's almost as though her eyes are slightly closed or whatnot. And we're not sure what she's thinking, but she's holding these pieces. We're not sure if it doesn't seem like she's gathering up these pieces. It seems like she's letting them go. Because the grasp isn't a strong grasp. It isn't like she's trying to grab the pages before they leave. It's almost as though she's letting it all go and holding these pages and these pieces of her fabric of who she is. They say, and it's interesting because they say sometimes, oh, clothes make the man, possibly the women as well. But is it the clothes? Do the clothes tell a story? I had a friend one time back in the day. He's like, hey, be careful on what you get from used clothes because that carries something, you know, the energy or whatever. I'm like, what, man? Get out of here with that nonsense. But it's interesting. Maybe to this picture it might be relevant. You know, these clothes and the page. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to see how do these brothers break this down. So let's see what's up. All right, let's go. Let me take a sip right quick. It's early. I need some coffee. You feel me? I'm recording. I have no idea. Hold on. Oh, I am. All right, good. Here we go. Now, let's see. All right. There it goes. There it goes. She used to ponder by the boardwalk in every walk of life, staring off the horizon where the blue water begins to swallow the skies. Okay. Feel like I should break it down now, but I like to read it all. You know, I got to digest it first, okay? She would feed the lakes with her tears until it felt contentment. As the glistening droplets rippled upon her face, she resonated with her distorted reflection. That's cool. I don't know. I love that. I love that stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the contentment, right? So her tears until it felt content. Are you dealing with this? You know, are you content with your feelings and your emotions at that time? Because most days she didn't know who she was until wait, sorry. As the glistening droplets rippled upon her face. Yeah, glistening droplets, you know, that's tears. Nice way to put it. You know, she resonated with her distorted reflection. Right there, the contentment reflection, man, that rhyme scheme together. Nicely knit, I must say. Because most days she didn't know who she was until the view reminded her. Sometimes it felt like she'd been eyeing this shoreline since birth. Okay, interesting looking into the water, into the best thing is about usually when you look at the shore into the ocean, it almost seems like you're looking into forever. You don't know where it's gonna end. So, you know, some people have those dreams, those thoughts, you know. I used to do that, you know, not all the time, you know, like I was at the ocean, like, yo, can you fall off? Some people think that, but you can't, right? Well, Christopher Columbus, the world is round, of course. That's what he said. Flat earthers, I love y'all. I still am not sure, and I don't think it is. But anyways, that's besides the point. All right, so let's see. Only her, only her constant. That still Only her constant, that still frame portrait of light landscapes. Even when everything else leaves her mind, that photograph can't escape. A watermark and painting into the very essence of her being. The water slide, the waterside wind brushing against her face, the breath by which it sang. Hmm. Sing. It sing. It would sing. It sing. I don't know about that one. I didn't like how that went together. Not sure. Hmm. She grabbed her pen tightly as a lake gripped her heart, writing her stories from the break of dawn until the world drifted dark. That's nice right there. I like that. It's a really nice line right there. She grabbed her pen as tightly as the lake gripped her heart, writing her stories from the break of dawn until the world drifted dark. That's super dope, bro. I gotta say. But as days passed, she seemingly ran out of words to say. The effects of age and the invasive, fateful strands of gray. Ooh, man, goodness gracious. This whole little segment here is forming up lovely, I must say. Nice job, bro. That invaded her brunette waves. Her shaking hands couldn't grasp her situation nor her pen. Her waning spirit bobbed on the water for so long it can no longer afford to swim. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to it. This was really strong here. This one's not as strong, but guess what? It knits perfectly. I especially like the waning spirit bob the water. That's kind of cool. You know, you got the buoys bobbing in the water. That's how I'm picturing it. You know, but it's her spirit. Can't afford to swim. That's interesting. Something's going on with this girl. As her feet gently caressed the coarse wood of the boardwalk, she ran, diminished on fate, even more so on thoughts. Alzheimer's eating her mind, disregarding her memories. It all boils down to one spot. She's gonna find herself here eventually. I could do without that. But I mean, it's telling the story. It's looking good. Just a rhyme. I wasn't too impressed with. Her weathered hands gripping the pages as she scripted there, tearing them from the binders and sending the paper through the air. Okay. The loose leaf gliding on the wind, along with all their secrets to tell, rippling the water as they land in the lake. The pieces of herself. As for the finale, she tiptoes to the edge, lost inside the daze. She finds her inner strength to cast her body to the waves. Truly, there's no need for a memoir when you can't remember who you are. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. I dig it. So far, I like this verse better than the last playoffs, both of the verses. It's gonna be interesting. You know, it's not my favorite verse I ever read, but it's dope. Nonetheless, Adverse brings the heat. I gotta admit it. Now, Mr. J, this guy's a beast. Anybody should be pretty scared of him. That's all I gotta say. So let's see what he's gotta say. She baked the macaroni and boiled the cheese. You gotta love his opener, man. I'm not sure. I love it. I love it. All right, she baked the macaroni and boiled the cheese. All right, this might be going somewhere, you know, because you never know. Maybe this means something else. She baked the macaroni and boiled the cheese, so she's cooking some stuff. But what is she cooking? You know, is that the question? She told me to skate quick, but don't oil the skis. See what I mean? See what I mean? Told me to skate quick, but not oil the skis. Oh, but you know what happens when you don't lubricate them skis? That friction. Whoo, that friction is gonna hurt you. You can't even go. You can't even move as fast. You know. So how is she telling you to move fast if she's restricting you at the same time? Man, whoa! I got that O'Doyle disease brought on by Heartache. Excuse me. O'Doyle. I'm lost, yo. I'm gonna have to check that out real quick because I'm not sure what is an O'Doyle. So let me give me a second. O'Doyle? O'Doyle disease? Homeboy, just give me a second. It's all good. I like to research stuff sometimes. O'Doyle disease. I see some Adam Sandler stuff pop up real quick. All right. O'Doyle rules. That was funny. That was a long time ago. O'Doyle disease. I'm not sure what it is. I know that we got Adam Sandler. That brought on by Heartache. Okay, we're gonna skip that because I'm not sure what that is, right? We got let me go right back to this. Cool. Got that O'Doyle disease brought on by Heartache. Maybe you can break that down for me. A scheduled time to watch another car chase. Prescriptions in the cabinet, an extra laxative. Getting through the front door is its own labyrinth. That's wild right there. That's wild. Okay, I'm seeing where this is going. Potato mashing before the night's done. If it wasn't for the stubby legs, I might just run. When that time comes, ask for seconds. She likes the mistakes and her absence lemon. Give it to her raw with a mask and machete. Room full of horrors marked by /spaghetti. Rotted ceilings and corners consumed by mold. No need for your toothbrush, I'll use my own. No clues untold. The route we took mistook us. Hallways of mirrors and too many onlookers. Oh man. Right there. Right there, right there. No clues untold. The route we took mistook us. Hallway of mirrors. Too many onlookers. That's crazy dope right there. I love that. But we're gonna get back to this first. I gotta get through this one. Society is a dream, and she was the nightmare. She opened up and asked me to be light bearer. Oh, okay. And made me promise when I needed to be right there. To my knowledge, I was quite scared. Okay, I was quite scared. You could have used scared. I wouldn't have mind there, scared. It's good enough for me. I mean, some people might have a gripe for that, but I won't. When I didn't is the opportunity Caesar. As the opportunity. That's cool. I got that. Burning one down would likely appease her. Good night, Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you talking about Walking Dead, bro? I don't know. Alexandria could be a lot of things, but for me, you know, if you're on that Walking Dead trip, you know, that's the place where I think it's still up. I think Hilltop got destroyed, but that's besides the point. Alexandria. Oh, we can talk about that. The second largest city in Egypt and major economical centra, or center, as they say. Okay, largest city in Egypt. Okay, Alexandria. Good night, Alexandria. Could it be that? I don't know. It's a big city, right? Let's go right back real quick. So I'm gonna go right back to Adverse real quick. Right now, if I could say off the back, I would give it to Adverse because the story that was just so easy to follow and whatnot. But this has some technical. This takes some like really delving into, because I'm sure it makes a lot of sense in the background. You know, there's some this is what you call it's mythical. It's decoded. It's like Pandora's box over here. You know what I mean? Like it's like Pandora's box or some kind of thing. Like you remember in that movie, it's a puzzle. You gotta literally just solve it. That's what this is, you know? And I'm down with that. So let's see. Maybe I might not be able to solve it all right now, okay? But we'll try to break it down. And I kind of know what the story is going at, because you get the gist of it in bits and segments when it comes to Mr. J's part. Let's go over verse one more time. I'm going to break it down. how I would do, and we'll see what's up. All right. So right here, right off the beginning, right? She used to ponder by the boardwalk in every walk of life, staring off the horizon where the blue water begins to swallow the skies. I love that, right? She just at the boardwalk, walking. Yeah, right? In every walk of life. Interesting. Every walk of her life, I would say. And she just out there looking to the horizon. The blue water begins to swallow the skies. That's cool. I like that. It's like, hey, there's nothing there but the water and the sky. But the water swallows the sky, yeah, because maybe that's where the clouds are going. They're rotating to that direction, and that's why you see this the sky getting swallowed, possibly. Or maybe that's where the sun sets. So where the sun sets, that's gotta be like that's the west coast over there, you can think about it like that, depending. So right here, as the glistening drop, oh right there, she would feed the lakes with her tears until it felt contentment. I love that, but I already wrote this one down. Yep. So right there, she's just crying so much until she's just like, you know what, I dealt with it. That's a glistening droplets rippled upon her face. I love it because right here, even though we know that she's crying, I love where it states right here, the one why it makes sense into it is the droplets rippled. And right there, she resonated with her distorted reflection. So the rippling effect that the tears are having, it resonated with her distorted reflection because she's distorted at the moment. So it's interesting, because she's going through it. And you know what? This is opening for the story on how it ends at the end. Which is very interesting. I'm catching that right now. Because most days she didn't know who she was until the view reminded her. Sometimes it felt like she'd been eyeing this shoreline since birth, So she, right here, sometimes it felt like, she's like, have I been doing this my whole life? She's telling a really good story. Only her constant, that still frame portrait of the landscape. Only her constant, that still frame portrait of the landscape. I'm trying to figure this out. Is she looking at a picture? Is this the picture in her mind? Let's see. When everything else leaves her mind. See that? It leaves her mind. That photograph can't escape. So this is the only thing that she remembers, or that she can remember, because all she knows is the shoreline. That's cool, like, hey, that's her the only thing that she's holding on to. So this has a lot of impact on her, of who she is as a person, the shoreline, the water, the sky, Interesting. A watermark painted into the very essence of her being. The water side, wind brushing against her face, the breath of which it's seen. I can't stand that part. Being and seen. I don't know. I don't like it. For some of the watermark painted into the very essence of her being. The water side, wind brushing against her face, the breath of which it's seen. I don't know. I mean, it rhymes. It just sounds really weird. I don't like it. This gets me chills. Not chills like that icky feeling. I don't know. But it's good in a sense. But if I'm reading it in like a verse sense, a rhyme sense, I'm like, nah, we can't do that. Maybe shorten it up or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure y'all have the same gripes with my stuff sometimes. So whatever. She grabbed her pen as tightly as the lake gripped her heart, writing her stories from the break of dawn until the world drifted dark. That is so dope. I'm not even gonna break that down because it was dope. But as days passed, she ran out of words to say. The effects of age, the invasive, fateful strands of gray. Hey, come on. That's just, like I said, it all goes together. That invaded her brunette waves. Okay, talking about her hair. That's cool. Her shaking hands couldn't grasp the situation or nor her pen. Yeah, so she's dealing with some stuff. She's like, hey, who am I? What's going on? Why can't I get through this? This is a story. You're in the psyche of this person. We're getting deep, we are her right now in this verse, you're jumping in, you're feeling, yo, who am I? I'm a lady who's losing a sense of reality. I'm a lady who's doesn't even know who she is or how she got there or her situation. So it's very interesting. As her bare feet gently caressed the coarse wood of the boardwalk, So that's kind of cool. That's a dock. I guess you could call it a boardwalk. I mean, maybe I'm not sure what a boardwalk is. When I think boardwalk, I automatically think like Boardwalk Avenue, Monopoly. Maybe that is the boardwalk. Yeah, it's a board. You walk on it, right? But let's just call that that. Let me stop being so nitty gritty. But I call it a dock. That's just me. You feel me? So the boardwalk. She ran diminished on faith. So even more so on thoughts. She ran on diminished faith. Oh, so she has faith. That's cool. Something's gonna happen eventually. She's hopeful. She's optimistic in a sense. Alzheimer's eating her mind. That's a sad story right there. Alzheimer. Hope nobody gets that. I wish there's a cure for that one because that's a very scary thing. Disregarding her memories. It all boils down to one spot. She was gonna find herself here eventually. That's interesting. It all boils down to one spot. She was gonna find herself eventually to one spot. Interesting why this is capitalized as well. That spot in her mind, that spot of what's left. And now she finds herself here eventually. Her weathered hands. So she's older. Weathered hands. Weathered hand is, or maybe it's just time in the sun or whatever. You know, like she's old. She's been out in the sun so much, or maybe she's just super old and dehydrated. Weathered hands gripping the pages that she scripted there. So she has pages that she wrote. So she's a writer. Tearing them from binders and sending the paper through the air. Now these binders, so she had a book with her. So basically, what he's saying that in actuality, she's there as a whole person, but in reality, at that situation, she has all her writings and she's throwing it out there. Okay, right here, the loosely gliding on the wind. All along with all their secrets to tell, rippling the water as they land in the lake. The pieces of herself. As for the finale, she tips her toes to the edge, lost in a daze. She finds her inner strength to catch her body to the waves. So she just throws herself in. True, there's no need for a memoir when you can't remember who you are. Ha! See, now this is dope. She threw it all away, you know? It's like, why do I need any of this? You know? I don't even know who I am. Like that ending adverse, that's going to be tough, Jay. That's going to be really tough. All right, let's go. We got Jay right here one more time. Bacon, macaroni, and cheese, right? Sorry, she baked the macaroni. She boiled the cheese. Keep that in mind. Isn't that interesting? You would do opposite. So instead, she's baking the macaroni. And she's boiling the cheese. You're supposed to boil the macaroni and bake the cheese, or boil the macaroni, put the cheese on top of it, then put it in the oven together. So she's already doing opposite. This woman, you know, that's interesting because she's doing the opposite of what it is. And then she told me to skate quick, but don't oil the skis. So both times, she's doing the opposite of what she should be doing. And she's telling other people, hey, you too. You got to do, no, that's not how you do it. Which is interesting because I don't know if you know about skiing, but you gotta go ahead and lubricate those skis, you know, whether it's wax or oil, or you're gonna hurt yourself. You're not gonna have a good experience in skiing. So that's the difference. Right there. Got that O'Doyle disease brought on by heartache. Something happened, like her heartache, like whatever it was, pain. Doyle disease. Man, I need to know what that is. They scheduled time to watch another car chase. Oh man, I wish I knew what that is. Let's schedule time so right now you're scheduling time to watch another car chase. Doyle disease, goodness. There's gotta be something out there to tell me what that Doyle disease is. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up one more time. Help me out. Let me know what O'Doyle is. Who is O'Doyle? The only thing I got is that Billy Madison, man. That movie's such a distant memory from back in the day. Who's this? Lou Gehrig's disease? Rock? No, can't be. Guess. Brought on by heartache. Huh. Doyle. I don't know, homeboy. What are we talking about? Got that O'Doyle disease brought on by heartache. Scheduled time to Watch another car chase. All right, Mr. J. If I knew what that was, I guess it could hit me. But right now, I'm so lost, bro. Prescriptions in cabinets. Prescriptions in the cabinet. An extra laxative, okay? He's bringing down that laxative because that's the stuff that's gonna help you go. You know, laxatives, man, that's gonna make you if you got trouble going to the toilet, that's gonna make you do it. If you give somebody a laxative, man, they're gonna go run on the toilet and they're gonna explode their butthole. All right. So I never had a laxative. I don't think so. I never had issues. You know, I take my fiber. You feel me? Oatmeal, whatever I gotta do. So Patricia. So this person, you know, they going, they're sick, right? That disease. So you know, they got prescriptions. They got an extra laxative. Getting to the front door is its own labyrinth. Now that's dope. Like this, just walking to get out of the house is very, very difficult. And that's interesting because right now it's talking about how this person is all mixed up in their brain, and that disease is messing with them. So right now, just to get through life, it's almost like you're lost. You don't know where to go in the labyrinth. You're totally lost. It's so hard to get out of. Period. It's a maze, and this person's going through it. Potato mashing it before the night's done. Ooh, so just that mind, maybe, I'm guessing, or potato mashing before it's done. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. If it wasn't for the stubby legs, I might just run. Potato mashing before the night's done. Potato mashing. You know, we're just this is not actual potato mashing, but I guess it's the grind that you're trying to potato mashing is not the easiest thing, you know. You actually have to use force to mash that potato. You know, it takes a while. You have to have a nice little press or whatever. If it wasn't for the stubby legs, I might just run. This person's having difficulty even walking, you know, to get through things. But maybe the stubby legs could be something else. The legs that they're standing out in life, you know, maybe they're stubby and they want to get away from life, get away from the labyrinth of things that they're going through. When the time comes, ask for seconds. I like that. I like that because we're talking about a lot of food. Like, hey, if I could get that chance to, you know, get through something, yo, give me some more, right? She likes the mistakes and her absence, Lemon. Absence. That's that drink. But the absence could be something else too. The absence is can mean plenty of things, right? Well, right there, she makes her mistakes and her absence, Lemon. So, absence. I believe that's that drink that made Van Gogh go crazy. I'm right. Pretty sure. Yep. Now, interesting. It's called the Green Fairy. Now the thing is, the lemon. Absence lemon. She likes mistakes in her absence, so maybe she drank it. Gave it to her raw with a mask and machete. So whatever it was, it's interesting because right now, whatever she's going through, it's really her doing her wrong. You know, it's like it's almost invading her. You know, it's taking over her whole situation. Like right here, we have gave it to her raw with mask and machete. We all know exactly what that pertains to. You know, it's a crime that affects people. You know, they could break into your house and do certain things, and this is pretty much what's happening. Her mindset, you know, maybe this is the disease that's being brought upon her and it's taking her over, and there's nothing she can do. It's holding her down, and it's hurting her, and it's affecting her. You know, interesting. A room full of horrors marked by slash spaghetti. Wow. Now I got it. Yup. Machete. Maybe this is mine. A lot of the ceilings and corners consumed by mold. Wow. No need for your toothbrush. I'll use my own. Huh. Toothbrush. I'll use my own. I'm really trying to figure that one out. No clues untold. The route we took mistook us. No clues until the route we took mistook us. Holly mirrors too many onlookers. It's interesting. Because right now, huh, So who is I? Hmm. We're talking about this woman. Then we're talking about, yeah. So you're the person who's dealing with this, you know? You're like, hey, you're going through your situation. I'm gonna try to figure this out. The route we took mistook us. Holly mirrors too many onlookers. Maybe this is a relationship this man's going through, or a person is going through with this person who's basically losing it, you know? But this person is joining that person for the joint journey, supporting that person through it. That's what I'm guessing. But then again, here it is. Society is a dream. She was a nightmare. So this is two. It has to be two people. She opened up and asked me to be the light bearer. Yep. I'm gonna guide you through this nightmare. This is you supporting someone who's going through a situation. Be Alzheimer's disease as well, but it says O'Doyle disease. So whoever O'Doyle is going through this, and made me promise when I needed to be right there. To my knowledge, I was quite scared. So scared. When I didn't, it was an opportunity seized her, burning down like me a pleaser. Good night, Alexandria. That's her. That's who she is. Interesting. Now the story is starting to formulate together. Thank you. I like what Master J does. This is a puzzle about a whole situation. Like I picture this as a man supporting his woman. Through the situation that is going. He's there for her every single along the way to show support. And in it, he's going through a lot too. Just to take care of this person. So this is an interesting story because now it's starting to open up of what it is. Oh goodness, I'm torn here. This one took a lot of decoding. I love it. And still, I feel like I still don't have it all. I feel like there's still nuances that I still need to, take a grasp of, which is dope. Thanks, Mr. J, for the puzzle. You waking me up in the morning, making me use that cranium. You feel me? Oh goodness, yeah. Well, in that regards, I can tell you, Mr. J, I love what you do, bro. This is nice. It has nothing to do with all the questions I have or whatnot, but I can tell you, the story started to unfold right over here. This is where I really started to take a grasp of what it all was, right? But this one, it has this artistic flair. Adverse had an artistic flair and a lot of the verses where I was just like almost it took a breath away from me, especially this part over here, right? And she grabbed her pen tightly as the lake gripped her heart, writing stories from the break of dawn until the world drifted dark. Like that's just like, my goodness. And then after that, as days passed, she seemingly ran out of words to say. The effects of gray, your face of fateful strands of gray. Like that tells so much. It was so strong in that, And over here, you didn't have anything that I could take out and be like, oh, this was it, like something that took my breath away. Yours was like this mystery, like, oh man, I like it, And this one is too. This one takes a lot of time to digest. And right here, it's very metaphorical, it's very deep, and it's very puzzling, which I appreciate. This one has the essence to just stand the test of time. You got to be like some kind of you got to be, you got to have some kind of intellect. Actually, more than an intellect to understand this. And over here, this one was pretty straightforward, and it's not that I like the straightforward over the complex. But yet this one still has a lot of things that are just like, wow, just the story. It's really, really taking me there. And at this moment, for this verse, I'm going to have to give it to Adverse. You did your thing, homeboy. Mr. J, I like yours as well. Don't get me wrong. But Adverse takes this simply based off of this just strong poetic story, man, that tells a story that is just really good. Yours tells a story too of, feels like this person's going through pain, especially when you talk about a room full of horrors marked by slash spaghetti of what's taking this person down, her, in the situation they're going through. This is quite heartfelt. But here, I would say I'm crafting artistically sentences poetically. Adverse did a great job. All right, people. So that's all for now. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.